the Asylum for Art for another installment of Winter Solace. This is a broadcast going out to hospitals, in particular the Children's Hospital, to the healthcare workers and to the children who are cooped up inside the hospital, and to give them something to enjoy on a Friday afternoon. Tonight we have the Amici String Quartet. Without further ado, the Amici String Quartet.
Hello everyone, my name is Andrea Case, and I am one of the teachers at the Amici String Program, and we're so thrilled to have brought some students here for you to perform for you tonight. We're going to start actually with something very special. This is a string quartet called Watercolor, a short one-movement work, and it is written by Ella Tang, who is sitting to my right. She's a violinist and viola player in high school here in Calgary. And she's written this piece, and we wanted to share it with you because we thought it was just so beautiful. And how often do you get to play something by someone that you know as well as I've gotten to know Ella, which is a real treat. So here's what Ella said about her piece called Watercolors. I've always envied the abilities of visual artists, and especially painters. Watercolor, my favorite medium, has always captivated me. In this composition, I tried my best to capture their beautiful blending ability, the way the paints trickle on the page, and the clear yet soft colors they can create. So we hope you enjoy the mood of watercolors. If you like Impressionist painting, or you've ever done any work with the watercolor medium, you'll know what a joy it is to find that beautiful blend, and we hope to bring that to you with this piece. to Ella for writing that piece, for composing, for being brave and putting herself out there. We were so privileged to be able to play her music. Thank you very much. So I'll just take a moment to introduce the quartet. My name is Andrea Case. I play the cello, and that's this big instrument here. And to my right is Ella, and her name is Ella Tang, and you'll see her play the viola, which she's holding right now in string quartet formation. She's got a lower instrument, and also the violin. And then also on violin we have Jolene. Give a little wave, Jolene, and Tatiana. They play the violin, and this instrumentation is what gives us string quartet. Cello, viola, and 2 violins. Next, we're going to play a piece by Beethoven for you. Ludwig van Beethoven, one of the most famous classical composers that there is. He wrote a whole lot of string quartets, and his repertoire ranged from the classical era all the way to late Romantic, and he's kind of thought of as a bridge composer. We're going to play the first movement of Beethoven's Opus 95. It's in F minor, which is a very dark and stormy key. And this is actually subtitled the Serioso, the Serious Quartet. And I think you'll hear why it's given that title from the first movement. It's really, really stormy and has all kinds of dark and kind of gloomy kind of feels to it, but also it's terse and exciting and really dynamic. So it makes for a great contrast to the lyrical beauty that you just heard from Ella's watercolors. We really hope you enjoy the first movement of Beethoven's Opus 95 string quartet, Serioso. Thank you so much. Such a great contrast to watercolors indeed. So we have completed the string quartet portion of our show where we're all going to play together. And now we're going to move on to allowing you to hear these beautiful instruments on their own. So we'll start with some violin playing. My friend Ella is going to run out and get her violin, swap it for her viola, while I tell you a little bit about what she's going to play. We're going to have Ella play some unaccompanied Bach. Now, I'm sure that you've heard of J.S. Bach. He was, again, one of those amazing classical composers of which we are all so fond. J.S. Bach was a German composer. He lived in the 1700s, mostly. And this Bach is the Adagio from the Sonata No. 1 in G minor, and that's for unaccompanied violin. So just the violin all on its own. And Bach realized that string instruments are just beautiful. They're just a great kind of full instrument all by themselves. And so you'll hear that this is a very soulful work. We don't need any accompaniment for these. He wrote sonatas for violins. He wrote suites for the solo cello. And he always was kind of a champion of letting the instrument speak for itself. So let's welcome Ella up, and she'll play some Bach for us. The Adagio from Sonata No. 1 in G minor. Thank you so much, Ella. Such lovely, beautiful, lyrical music. As you know, this music that we're playing tonight is mostly classical music. Well, I guess all classical music, really. And it's very emotive. It really makes us feel. So whatever emotions our music is evoking in you, we hope that it leaves you with a sense of well-being and happiness in these very strange times in which we find ourselves. Next, we'll invite my friend Tatiana. She is also going to play the violin, and she'll be accompanied by Hazel on the piano. So you'll get to hear both violin and piano in this selection. She's going to play the Mozart Violin Concerto, number 5. Mozart wrote a lot of violin concertos. The violinists are very lucky. And this one is in A major, and the first movement is an allegro. And it was written in 1775 when Mozart was living in Salzburg. Now, I don't know how much you know about Mozart, but he lived not a very long time. All of his music was written at a very young age. This concerto was written when he was just 19 years old, basically, just a teenager. And this one is nicknamed the Turkish Concerto. It's got lots of energy. It's so much fun to hear. It's so much fun to play. Performed by Tatiana, who's a teenager, written by a teenager, and we hope appreciated by all of you who are listening today. Let's give a big hand to Tatiana and Hazel. Thank you so much, Tatiana. So much joy in that music, so much life. It reminds you of those warm, happy, carefree days of summer that we haven't felt in a while. And it's such a lovely thing to hear these young people play. We're going to play one more selection for you today. But before I let you know what that's going to be, I just want to say a round of thank yous. First of all, we send this out with our whole hearts to our healthcare workers who are doing just such an amazing service for everyone right now. I know your job is not easy, and I want to thank you for doing it, even though it's not easy. That kind of bravery takes a certain type of person, and we are so grateful. I'd also like to say a special hi to all the kids at the Children's Hospital. If you're watching, we hope that you've enjoyed some music today, and we hope that you are on the mend and on your way to feeling a lot better. A huge thank you to this beautiful space that we're in, Asylum for Art, and Scott, who runs it. The dedication that he's showing for getting arts out to the community is really phenomenal, and so we thank him for having us tonight. On behalf of the Amici String Program, we are really happy to have been here. My name is Andrea Case, and as a finisher tonight, Hazel and I will play The Swan, which is a short selection by Camille Saint-Saëns from the Carnival of the Animals. If anybody's ever been to the symphony and seen the Carnival of the Animals, all the instruments have a different animal that they portray, and the cello's animal is the swan. And what I like about this selection, why I chose it for tonight, is that the swan is gliding gracefully along the top of the water, but you hear the piano is the feet of the swan swimming oh so fast to keep that graceful top float happen. And that's where we all are in the pandemic right now, swimming our fastest to stay afloat. So we wish you all that is a success for you in the coming days, and thank you for having us.
So thank you very much. That was a wonderful performance, and thank you for, I got a little delay in these headphones here, for doing that. And I understand that the Amici string program is going to be back next week. I'm not sure, is it going to be, what is the ensemble?
Piano quintet.
Be a piano quintet next week. Ah, okay, I understand. That's why I said piano quintet this week. But it is next week. So thank you again for everyone who has put this together, the Instrumental Society of Calgary, the Children's Hospital, and all the folks in AHS. And thank you once again to the healthcare workers for everything that you do. And hello to the kids in the Children's Hospital. And we're going to sign off for tonight from the Asylum for Art. My name is Scott Arnold, and we'll see you next week. Thanks.